No, the oil change is taking a little bit longer than expected, but
Oil change.
yeah, you know.
What did you do to my car?
You ready? I gotta say that was a little bit of a letdown. My buddy Mike, who I sold the C8 Corvette here on July 4th, brought it back to have some stuff done, but what he doesn't know is we're gonna mod his Corvette for him without his knowledge. See you, buddy.
See ya.
We'll get it all fixed up. Customer service 101 here at Mike's Car Store. So what Mike doesn't know is I bought him some Soul Performance Sport Cats for his Corvette. I was one of the first people in the country with these Sport Cats. Mike Street Speed and me had these, some test ones on our cars, and this is absolutely awesome. So we're gonna turn this Corvette into a very nice sounding Corvette. So the car has been driven and it has been on for a little bit, but it sounds good. But it's gonna sound better here in a minute. To put a little bit more context of why his car is here, he came in for an oil change. He bought this on July 4th and I had gotten it like a couple days prior. So I said, hey, listen, go put another 1,000, 1,500 miles on it, have fun in the car, come back and I'll change the oil for you at no cost. Like literally, he hasn't had this thing for barely a month and he still has the temp tag on it because I just now got the title to the car and shipped it to his DMV. Now, Mike is one of my best customers. He bought tons and tons and tons of cars from me at 𝘥𝘦𝘱𝘴𝘪𝘱𝘴. Chevrolet. We've grown a friendship outside of work. I just think it's a really awesome way to show some appreciation because he did actually wonder what exhaust I had on my car when I got it, and he's like, what should I do? And I'm like, let me think about it for a little bit because he just doesn't like this cold start sound. It's been just right at 2 years since I put the Soul Performance on my car. Of course, I had the Sports Cats, and then we did the race exhaust and all that good stuff. So I absolutely love their exhaust. This is a super high-end exhaust, better than anything out there on the market. It comes with everything you need. And then check out these cats. They come with turbo blankets wrapped around them, O2 sensors, ports, everything. You're not gonna get any check engine lights on this car at all. I'm a testament to that. Cool thing about this is this gives you 17 extra horsepower, 20 foot-pounds more torque, and this thing weighs almost 10 pounds lighter than the factory C8 Cat. And this bad boy looks pretty much just like I remember it putting it on, except for this is a little bit different design up here than what I had on mine. So we're gonna let Rich get into it, getting this thing done, because we're on a time constraint. And I gotta tell you, I hope he's excited because this is gonna be the first mod since we've put in the Mr. Cool mini split, and he's loving it. We got this bad boy cranked at 70 degrees in here right now. Yesterday it was 92 degrees here in Georgetown, Indiana, and it was absolutely awesome in here. All right, so Rich has never done this exhaust before. I've done it a couple times, just looking and watching, and I now informed him that the rear fascia has to come off, the exhaust has to drop down, and one of the benefits that Rich has is teeny tiny little hands. So we're gonna try not to do all this work, right? Less work, more production, right? So you told me off camera that Lambos and Ferraris is a little bit different, right?
Yes.
And you think this is a lot harder? This is going to be a lot harder than Lambos and Ferraris?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Good luck. Good luck. See you later. I just informed Rich that he's got to take the rear fascia off to do this job. He's like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm like, nope. I said, I've never done it before, so I have no idea what to do. I said, Adrian's done it a lot, so she can help you take the rear fascia off on a C8. So this area here is a whole lot smaller than the coupe. That's shocking. I was hoping that we could like just open this part up and with his little hands get in there, take the airbox out and get in there, but I don't know. We'll have to see. Uh-oh. You gotta take it off? Oh man. I was hoping you were gonna find a way not to do it because this video would go viral if Rich could find a way to put Sport Cats on the car without taking the rear fascia off.
I think I can get all the bolts out, but the studs would be a problem.
The studs would be? Yep. You got 30 more minutes to finish. That's all we got. Mike just called and he's like, what's taking us so long? Is it normal for a mid-engine Corvette to take this long? I said, yeah, Mike, it's, you know, it's not your front engine Corvette. It's a mid-engine Corvette. So it's gonna take a little bit of time to get things done. There we go. Just like that, we're one more step closer to this oil change. All right, so Rich is coming right along. He's up front slacking because he's actually waiting on the tool guy to get here because he has broken a oxygen sensor socket. So he's waiting on a new one. So as soon as he gets that tool, these cats are coming out. And then my wife mentioned after she had thought that we had to do like some sort of sensor in here too. I'm like, no, that's if you delete the factory exhaust, you got to put in some fake sensors so that way you don't throw codes and stuff like that. She goes, oh yeah. And Rich was like, yeah, if he would get rid of the factory exhaust, you'd save 200 pounds, which Soul sells factory exhaust, you know, a nice exhaust upgrade on this, which does do a lot of weight saving. And then they're like, yeah, don't you have all that stuff in the back? I'm like, no. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. There's my factory exhaust for my C8. There's drag radials to my C8. There's Michelin tires that I've never used or mounted on my C8. There's drag radials for my C7. There's the headers for my C8. There is, of course, the exhaust system there for the C7 or cold air intake. There's the factory cats for my C8. So yeah, oops, I've got some factory stuff back here. Oh, there's the factory intake for the C8. So, and then this box right here, check out what this box is. We need to get this on. That's a Pro Charger for the C7. So we got some work to do this winter. I just realized I have this. And it already says Mike C8 on it. So we're going to, let's put this on there too.
You'll love that.
Get some Go Juice in there.
Do I need to get Terry to bring me overnight to get the car? Or?
No, the oil change is taking a little bit longer than expected. But,
oh, man.
But
oil change.
Yeah, you know, he broke a socket and he's waiting on it.
Broke a 10mm?
Yeah, you know, those things are super expensive.
Alright.
Are you done yet?
Nope.
Mike just called. He's like, what? He broke a wrench. He's got a weight on it. And
Dude, it was a 10mm.
He's like so confused. That's what he said. Was it a 10mm?
It was a 10mm. They're elusive to find.
He's literally confused. Like, I've never heard this on oil change. You're never ever gonna have him do business with you again because you're the slowest oil change person in the world. I think I was the very first person in the world publicly, you know, obviously GM did this stuff, but the very first publicly person in the world to change the oil on a Corvette, because I had TJ Hunt come to me after he picked up his car to change the oil. And fun fact on that, we jacked up the car wrong. We put it on the wrong areas because it's such a new car. And after I learned I did it wrong and was so scared, I've been so crazy analytical and making sure people understand how to jack these cars up properly. Check out these cats. This is the Soul Performance cat. This is the factory cat. Luckily, I have big hands because this bad boy is huge. And I'm telling you, there is a huge weight difference. Look at that. Yeah, let's curl them up like that. But you can't use this one because there's not much weight here. Okay, we're at the end of day 2, Rich. It's 3:22 on day 2. Are you done with this oil change yet?
It's close.
I think we should start it just to make sure there's no check engine lights on or anything like that, you know. So the great thing about this is we got the old remote start. Let's start this up with the garage door closed, shall we? I was expecting louder in my head, but we know why we were expecting louder. I gotta recall back to when I first heard the Sport Cats of what they sounded like. I was really shocked when I heard it. I wasn't as shocked this time because in my head I was expecting my race exhaust and stuff like that. I gotta say that was a little bit of a letdown. All right, we gotta check for check engine lights, right? Gotta make sure it looks good. Oh, did you hear that pop? It sounded amazing. I did say it was a letdown, but now sitting in the car, the volume on the microphone that it picks up is never good enough. That sounds so much better than factory. So here's the $1 million question, Rich, and please do not tell me this is gonna be $1 million. What do I owe you for the labor on this?
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet.
I looked up the times. Typically, they give you a labor time and a warranty time. I would love to see somebody do this, but it says replacing the cats is 4.5 hours.
4.5 hours or 4.5 days?
It should be days.
I mean, you should have done it in 4.5 hours. You got this like tied up, but there's a whole lot less screws to undo right here than there is compared to the coupe, you know. Okay, so 4.5 hours labor, that's like, what, $25? I can afford that. Thanks, Rich. You're the man. Well, off camera, he just said a BS comment because he's like, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to charge exotic hours or domestic hours because obviously there's a rate change. Why do you charge domestic and exotic? Is there just because more risk, more
There's a whole lot more risk, a whole lot more time involved.
So Chevy wants to call this an exotic, so therefore he wants to charge me exotic labor rate. This is bullshit, Chevy. Speaking of exotic, Hello.
Can you stop letting me answer these weird phone calls?
That doesn't even, okay, I'm willing to pay the exotic price now. So now all we have to do is call Mike and let him know that his car's oil change is done. This is Francesca. Joey the Dime sent it to Mrs. Chevy to do as a joke. Absolutely love it. Thank you. So I'm told, kind of like genie in the bottle, if we put this on the T, oh man, that was a horrible try, that Mike's gonna show up because it's now currently 5:43 on a Friday and he's not here yet.
20 minutes later.
Dude, it's about time you got here.
Man, traffic was terrible.
Man, your wife's just like leaving you. She doesn't even want to hang around.
It took so long on oil change.
I mean, you know, it's an oil change. It takes some time.
I mean, 2 days. We
This
don't get
is a super car. It takes a little bit of time to do oil changes. All right, so what do you think? Looks good? No issues? You're good to go?
Yeah, looks
You're
good.
happy? You're a really good customer, so I want to make sure you're taken care of.
Yeah, I just want to check the oil. I mean,
Yeah, make sure there's no... Oh, man, we robbed you of your engine.
jeez.
Got him! All right, so I got a little surprise for you.
All right.
So there was a reason why it took us 2 days to change the oil.
What'd you do?
So when you're back here, there's the oil stuff to change.
Right.
But we thought there would be something a little bit better to change as well.
What'd you do to my car?
You ready?
Maybe.
I did a little upgrade. You know I got a little thing for Corvettes here, right?
That's what I was told.
Check this out. We got you an upgrade on the exhaust so it doesn't sound like you're driving a Subaru anymore.
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas in July or August.
Wow.
Does that sound amazing?
That sounds awesome.
All right, so here's the best part. All right. So how long before you get pulled over? Or should I just like call my police friends and have them give you a ticket right here?
I go do a big burnout.
Let's do it, baby. Well, I would say that he is pleasantly surprised. Thank you so much to Soul Performance. They guys over there are absolutely rocking. I did physically pay for these. This wasn't a gift, it wasn't a sponsored video, but Soul definitely is the best sponsor that I had in the past on my C8, and that's why I got him on this car.